Well, here we are at one of my favorite places because it's got one of my favorite plants. This is an intersection of Route 23 and Route 98 in Waldo. Where's Route 98? And what's nice about this spot is there's a low depression here that's, well, let's take a look and see what it is. Ooh, chicory, some old Queen Anne's lace, some ragweed, a lot of Canada anemone, some sweet clover, some multiflora rose, boo hiss, little ash saplings. Ooh, look at this rose. This is Rosa satidra. Not boo, not hiss, unboo, unhiss. And here's what we came here for. Wow, look at all this beautiful Equisetum, scouring rush. A very ancient plant. It's a type of seedless vascular plant. It's actually, believe it or not, in the same phylum as ferns. It used to be it had its own phylum, but some molecular studies showed that they're actually ferns. Well, here we are on a dense stand of poison ivy and smooth scouring rush, Equisetum hyemale. This is a fern, technically. I would say fern-like plant, but it's actually in the Pterophyta, Polypodiophyta, Felicinophita fern phylum, and it's a very ancient kind of a plant. Back in the old days, the Carboniferous period, there were tree versions of these, something called calamites. Like coal is partly something very closely related to this. And what I like about this population is that, unlike a lot of places where you see a lot of scouring rush that don't have the strobili, this one has so many strobili. It's like a very fertile population. It just loves making spores. So it's a great place to come and see the cones on top. I bet you'd like to see the cones on top. Let's take a look at the cones on top. This is the cone, or strobilus. Oops. This is the cone, or strobilus, of scouring rush. It's a spiral arrangement of umbrella-like sporangiophores, the margins of which have draping off of them sporangia, and when the season's right they expand. Springtime they expand and release the spores. Scouring rush has leaves, but they're just these little scale-like, black scale-like arrangements. You can see about a half a dozen of them where the segments of the stems fit together. The stems are jointed, they're very rough. This is scouring rush, Equisetum hyemale. A very primitive plant. Look how much of it there is here. This must be what the forests of the Paleozoic era looked like. Only less poison ivy. See all the poison ivy? It's mixed in here with Canada anemone. And Virginia creeper. This is chicory. It's an example of a flower with a ligulate capitulum. All of the flowers are strap-shaped, kind of like the ray flowers on a radiate capitulum. But they're perfect. That is to say, both male and female parts are present, and they set fruit. Chicory.